pursuit in progress. Lincoln County units request local assistance.
Maybe we'll get on one of them video shows, you know, like World's Craziest Police Chases. What do you think? Holy shit.
Good, good, good! Put it down! Put the gun down! Wait! No. He's hurt! You get that ambulance down here, you tell him there's an officer down, you do it now!
This is real.
Hey, mister, you even know what's going on?
I woke up today in the hospital, and that's all I know.
Things got crazy. And you won't believe the panic. The streets weren't fit to be on. I know how they must sound. The dead people, the walkers. Don't you get mad?
My wife and son, they're alive.
They're in Atlanta, I bet.
Why there?
Refugee center. Huge one, they said, before the broadcast stopped. Military protection, food, shelter.
Broadcasting on emergency channel. We'll be approaching Atlanta on Highway 85. Anybody out there? Anybody hears me, please respond.
Listen, one thing. They may not seem like much one at a time, but in a group all riled up and hungry, and you watch your ass.
All I am anymore is a man looking for his wife and son.
I don't know if you're out there. I don't know if you can hear me. Do not enter the city. It's not what they promised. It belongs to the dead now. We're moving on. Atlanta's done. Rick, signing off. We're facing a long, hard journey. We gotta stick together. Fight for each other. Be willing to lay down our lives for each other. And I'm trying hard not to lose faith. It's the only chance we've got.
The world we know is gone. But keeping our humanity? That's a choice.
Group's broken. Survival, Rick. It means making hard decisions. When we're out here, we're risking lives. Rick, you can't just be the good guy and expect to live. Not anymore.
I'm not the good guy anymore. People are gonna start panicking.
Enough! It ain't like it was before. Now, if you don't want to live, if you want to survive, you got to fight for it.
I try to do everything right. Keep people safe.
Keep struggling with it. The right choice is the one that keeps us alive.
This isn't about what we believe anymore. It's about them. Act like you can keep them safe.
That is my wife. That is my son. I will stay alive to keep them alive.
Okay, hi everybody. So you just saw the first two seasons of trailers of Walking Dead. I'm combining the review since there's only 6 episodes for the first season, and for the second season got Netflix. right here. There is only 13. So together there is there's 19 episodes. So since that's how it works. Now I'm not that knowledgeable to actually pick favorite episodes, but I'm guessing I could probably do this one. Let's see, for season 1, I would say the last 2 episodes for each. I would say the last episode for season 1, the episode where uh spoilers 1, 2, 3, where Rick kills Shane. See, okay, let's talk about the characters. We got right here we got Rick, who we first see in the first season. He gets shot right here when he was trying to stop somebody from speeding, and they flipped over and they shot at him when he came out of the car. And like, let me see. They shot at him. Okay. There we go. And they got, so it put him into a coma. And Shane, who was Punisher in Daredevil. So when I first saw him, I knew something was going to happen to him, since he would have to leave the show to go on Daredevil. So to be Punisher, to be Frank Castle. So I knew something was going to happen. Either he was going to die or something like that. And like I said, you guys sticked around earlier. Shane did die in season 2. So when the outbreak happened, Carl wakes up. And Rick wakes up to the hospital empty, and he's a bunch of bodies outside. And he goes and finds his house empty, and he sees that his wife Lori and his son Carl took the photo album. So that means that they are still alive, as far as he knows, and they took the photo album. Because who would take a photo album? Huh? Unless you were the person who was there. So, but he came across a little girl who was already turned, so he had to kill her. And he came across this family who helped explain to him what was going on. They still don't know what caused the outbreak, but so he went to go and look for his kid and his wife, Lori and Carl. So Carl, I'm guessing in this show, is about 5 or 6. He looks pretty young in it. So, but what happened was Shane took Lori and Carl out there because Shane thought that Rick died when last time he saw him, because he listened. He put his head up, his ear up to the heart, and listened for a heartbeat, and he could not hear one. So what he did was last time he saw him. Rick is his best friend. I mean, Shane is see, both Shane and Rick are both policemen, and they're both best friends. So Shane came and visit him, and Shane had to go and tell Lori the bad news. And so when the outbreak happened with Shane, he listened to his heart, listened to Rick's heart to see if there was a heartbeat, and there was no heartbeat. So he left him there in the hospital, but he made sure, because there was walkers coming, which are zombies in this world, and pushed a bed right in front of the door so the walkers couldn't come and eat Rick and turn him into a zombie. Let's use this one for zombie. So they had to. So he thought Rick was dead. So he told Lori and Carl that your husband and dad are dead. So Lori was feeling like she had nobody lost in the world. So not knowing she was having an affair, her and Shane did it. Yep. The Cupid arrow did happen at the wrong time period. So, yep. So they have the characters they had with them. Let me see them all. Okay, there was Daryl, Gail, um, Amy, Sophie, Aubrey, Dale. Did I already say Dale? Agent dude named Gene. And Sophie had a dad. I forgot his name was. But so their group is a little small. So when Rick was going out to look out for his wife and his kid, he took a horse from a farm and rode into town, rode to Atlanta, and he had to get inside of a tank because a bunch of walkers was walked upon him, and sadly the horse got eaten. So then he ran into Gail, and they had to leave this guy named Missile, who was played by Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, I was able to see past the blue face guys. The blue face guys. Yay! I was able to see the blue face. So after that, he made a remark to T-Bone because he was black. He called him a nigger. He was telling him to pay attention to him. So since he was being a bad boy, they left Mitchell chained up to the top of the building. And when they were coming to leave, T-Bone lost the key, had the key right down. So when they left him behind. So when they told Daryl, who's Mitchell's younger brother, what happened, he got mad, obviously, and they told me he had to go back for him. So Rick, Lori was surprised to see him because he thought he was dead. So right after that, Rick said, "Okay, I had to go back to get him," and Carl. So Rick, Shane, Daryl, Rick, Shane, and T-Bone, and Jean went and got back and get Mitchell. They could not find him, but they expect since he didn't have the keys, they suspect they expect that Mitchell cut off his arm in order to get out. Since there was tools nearby, he was able to cut his arm off and escape that way. And they did not find the body, so as far as they know, either he was eaten or he got away. So we don't know what happened to him. And so when they got back, there was attack because they were all canceled by the fire, and yet they left nobody watching. So there was attack. Amy got attacked. The dad did because he was hurt earlier. Let's see, how many people got attacked? The only ones I remember is those two. So both of them, the dad got Sophie's dad got eaten right away. Amy had to get shot in the head by her sister. Trying to remember her sister's name now. Let me look it up. Andrea. So Andrea had to shoot her sister in the head because she was already about to turn into a zombie. Then she got bit. So imagine how hard that would be to shoot your own sister. They made it to after they left the that area, they went on to the on the highway. The rest of them was left. They buried the others first, and they went to a new facility that they heard might able to be safe. So when they got to let me look, trying to remember where they were going. Okay, season 1. CDD. Yeah, they had a doctor there who explained to them. He showed them with the procedure how somebody would become a zombie, and he didn't actually show them what made the infection spread, but he told Rick. Rick didn't want to believe it. He told Rick that that there was that you don't have to be bit or have scratches in order to turn. All you have to do is die, and eventually it happens. So so that's what happens. They couldn't stay there because eventually they were gonna have to stay there forever because the doctor made to where the place is gonna blow up. So a black girl stayed behind. Andrea wanted to stay behind, but Dale told her, "Okay, I'm staying behind. If you stay behind." He was trying to make the decision for her, and she got mad at him, and he left anyway. And but this place blew up, and stuff like that. And after that happened, they were back on the road. But attack happens, and this happens around the season, around the very end of the season into season 1, and they was attacked, and Sophie, the little girl, at first there's no casualties, no, everything was fine, but one of them like went under the car and found her, and see, these zombies are smart. They look under cars, they climb over fences, they were able to climb ladders. These things are smart, guys. These are smart zombies. Really smart. So after that, she like ran off. Rick went after her and told her to stay somewhere, like in between a tree, so he can get rid of get rid of the ones that followed her. But when he came back to find her, she wasn't there because she left, even though he told her not to. And so they went out looking for her after they told her mom that she's gone, and he lost her. Her mom got mad at her, and got mad at Rick for not keeping an eye on her. But it wasn't Rick's fault. I mean, he tried his best, but so they went looking for him. Him, Carl, because Carl really wanted to find Sophie, and oh yeah, and Shane went too. Even though Rick still does not know that his wife cheated on him. He still doesn't know. The fact that he tried to he was pretty much taking over father figure for Carl for the time being. But still, okay, remember, they thought Rick was dead. Okay? It still doesn't make what they were doing right. But remember, they thought Rick was dead. So I'm not mad at Lori. I'm kind of mad at Shane. But so when they went to go look for Sophie, they spotted a deer, and Carl was like watching it. First, Shane wanted to kill it for food, but they didn't want to do it in front of Carl. So they were watching the deer, and somebody shot Carl, but because they're aiming at the deer, they went right through the deer into Carl. So they went like looking for a way to treat Carl, and they came to now we're season 2, guys. So they ran to a farm to where a guy who might be a doctor to treat Carl and get the bullet out. But the guy from Shiloh who played the doctor in this was Judd. That's right, guys. He turned over a new leaf. He was actually a veterinarian because he said he's done this procedure before, but just not on a human, on an animal. So he's a vet. So he's the closest thing they got to an actual doctor. So he was able to it took a while for them to get the bullet out because it like had shrapnels and stuff like that, and but they were able to save Carl. They had to go back and get some procedures because they didn't have all the equipment to open him up and stuff like that because of how badly the situation was. So Shane and Otis, the one who shot Carl by accident, said he was sorry. So he wanted to own up for what he did to poor little Carl, and they went to a high school to go and get the stuff from the nurses area. So, but the high school was overrun. So they had to took a while. Rick gave blood and told and they somehow they got. I'm trying to remember how they get them back to tell Lori. I think trying to remember I think who told Lori? I think Rick went back and told them. I think Shane, like, somehow. Okay. So I think Carl. Anyway, who cares? Who cares? And went back and told Lori, at least somebody did. When told Lori, her son got shot, and they went to go on school to go find him a way to save him. So Herschel, who I called Judd earlier, who was the vet, was able to they got the equipment there, but Shane had to kill Otis to distract the zombies walkers from eating him. So the zombie, that's why I said that represents zombies. So that's what they had to do in order to do that. And Herschel, so after that, he lied to them and said Otis gave up his life for for Carl. Instead, had to said Jane killed him. So he lied. So now Shane's starting to look really bad. First, he made an affair happen. Now he killed a guy so he can get back, but he did it for Carl. But still pretty shady. That's why I guess his name's Shane. But after that, after they were able to get the bullet out of him, they just kept on like sending them back for supplies. See, Herschel has 3 daughters, Maggie, Beth, and what was the third one's name? And I think Beth has a boyfriend named Jimmy. But Maggie and Gail, the Asian guy, we're getting pretty close because they both went into town to go and like find Lori sent Gail into town to get pregnancy test for Lori because she thought she was pregnant with Shane's kid since they, you know, so he went to go on the pregnancy test and he found condoms. So him and Maggie, you know, at least they used protection, unlike Lori and Shane did. So, yep, they got it. They got it on. So after that happened, after Lori found out it was positive, so Lori sent him out there back again to go and get abortion pills because she didn't want to bring a baby into this world, to a world where there was nothing but death and destruction. She didn't want her baby to be in this world. But by then, Daryl spilled Gail spilled the beans to Dale. Lori's pregnant, and he also found out something else. That there's zombies in the barn. Yep. Herschel was keeping his wife and his son and some other zombies alive because he thought it was just a sickness. He thought this was a cure, like he thought it would be a cure later on. So when everybody else found out, because Because he like walked in on them. Because then they had to keep on killing the chickens and breaking them to feed the zombies that walkers they were keeping alive in the barn. But so when everybody else found out, Shane got mad, and so did Daryl. And the whole entire group got mad. So Shane kind of went overboard and shot, like opened the barn and shot them all. But they did not know somebody else was in there. This whole entire time they were still looking for Sophie. They had found like signs that she was still alive. They found her toy. They found tracks. Like Daryl was still looking for her. He found her toy and signs that she's been similar places, but they were too late. She was inside the barn. She was one of them. So they had to shoot her too. They show little bitty Sophie as a zombie. Even somebody around Carl's age can turn. So after that happened, okay, so Herschel got mad at Shane and told him to leave. So, but they went back into town to go get some more stuff, but Shane stayed anyway. He started to think that Rick could no longer take care of Carl and Lori. Eventually, she had to tell Rick when she was gonna try to do the abortion pills. She told him, but she didn't do it because she didn't kill her baby. So she told Rick the truth, and Rick wasn't very mad. He understood. But eventually, Gail found out that he killed Otis. So he like put two and together, and he found that Shane keeps on coming on to him, Lori, and so he eventually told him that he keeps on coming on to me. He doesn't think that you can take care of me and Carl. So they went back into town because they had to go find Herschel. Because Herschel kind of went crazy after what Shane did. He went into town and got drunk, even though he's a Christian, even though he's hasn't drank in a while. And Maggie got really mad about it. So they sent him to go. They sent Rick and Gail to look for him, because Gail wanted to prove that he's a good man for Maggie, good boy for Maggie. So when that happened, two people showed up. I recognized one of the actors who showed up for one episode. It was Neil for Once Upon a Time. So, but they had to shoot him because they came on to attack one of them, and their guys were outside, so they had to get past them. But they took one of them, Randall, I think his name was, back because they left him behind, and his leg was injured from battle, so they took him back. And a lot of people wanted to kill him because they thought they blindfolded him so they would not know the way to the farm. So Shane wanted to use Randall as an aversion to get Rick out there so he could kill Rick, so he can have Lori back to himself, and so they could that. So he says he thinks he's only going to take care of him and Carl, because Shane was able to teach Carl to shoot and stuff like that. So when that happened, after he brought Daryl out there, and made it look like like Randall escaped. He let Randall go, covered up his gun, and let it look so. But he killed Daryl, but no bite, no scratches. Yet Daryl turned. So when Shane and Rick were out there alone, he turned out to a field, and he had to kill Shane. There was no, when that happened, no, no. So he shot him, and Carl was coming, and Carl raised his gun, because Shane was getting up again, even though he was not bit or no scratches. So Carl put Shane down after he turned into a walker. He like this. Okay, this thing, before I continue, this whole entire web camera thing, this will go away once I pay for this new program. Okay? But right now I don't have the money, so this, hopefully you guys are okay with this. It will be gone by the end of the month. So, when next time I get paid. So, back to the store, back to him. Gale, the old dude, he got bit. He got tore in the stomach. So they had to kill him. They were gonna have to leave the farm because the farm got overrun. So when that happened, I'm trying to remember how many people got killed. The third daughter got killed. The only ones left from the group from Herschel's family was Maggie and Beth. Jimmy got killed. And Andrea got left behind. They thought she was dead, but they got left behind. So they split into different groups. Trying to remember. I think Rick and Herschel and Carl were in one group, and everybody else was in the other group. So that's where it ended. Right? Make sure. Read the last prologue in season 2 to you guys. Okay, Rick returns to find the farm in jeopardy. The group splits up and internal chaos. With things looking grim, Rick's leadership is questioned. That's right, because at the very end, this is no longer, he says, this is no longer a democracy. But it's not technically a dictatorship either, because Rick is not a dictator. Because he does not go around. Only one he had to shoot so far was Shane. So let's rate this, guys. I'll rate them both together. So I would give this. Okay, first off, let's start. I'm gonna tell you the characters I can't stand. Shane, obviously, because what he did. I like Rick. Daryl, questionable, because sometimes he's does silly things. So before I rate it, there's these two toys at Walmart. Should I get Rick or Daryl? You guys decide for me. So let's let Sully rate first. No cats! No cats, guys! No cats! Well, maybe they're all gone, Sully. Don't tell me there's walkers, cats out there! Please don't tell me that! I don't want it! I don't want it! I don't want it! What do you want to give it, though, Sully? Or for pies. ready for me. Martha hasn't read it yet. So, like, favorite, and subscribe, and comment if you think Martha left anything out. Remember, this was her first viewing of the show, and she could not remember everything. Okay, guys? Bye for me. So, I give it 10 out of 10. They're not afraid to kill nobody, apparently. So, bye. I'll see you guys for this show when I'm done with season 3.